Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to Freising, Germany. Welcome to all of the viewers across Europe. My name is Ljubomir Mandic, and I am the head of competitions for FIBA Europe, and it's my pleasure to be guiding you today through the draws for the FIBA Youth EuroBaskets 2026 and the FIBA European Championships for Small Countries 2026. Before we start and get going on the draws, it is my pleasure to introduce for a few welcome words the FIBA Executive Director Europe, Mr. Kamil Novak.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, several Secretary Generals of National Federations, Presidents. Also, my pleasure to welcome here the Vice President of FIBA Europe, Ms. Tokala, who is the President of the Romanian Federation, and of course everybody online on screen. The annual youth competitions draw, of course this year also with the Small Countries Championships draw. It's a kind of tradition, but I have to admit that the current geopolitical situation does not make it easy to organize so many youth events as we do in Europe, as basketball does. There is no other international federation organizing every single summer, 16 youth EuroBaskets. It's very unique. And I want to use the opportunity to thank all the hosts of the youth events. We know that this is a lot of efforts. It is investment from your side, also from our side. And back to the geopolitical situations, obviously, it is not easy. You will hear later, and I will not go at this stage to details, that we are still missing host of one particular tournament. We have a solution for that, but we clearly see that the politics influence the abilities. Mainly, of course, it's connected to the resources to organize European events. Nevertheless, I'm very happy. Again, we will have all 16 tournaments. I'm very, very optimistic and very confident. And this is what I believe and we believe, and I think here I can speak also on behalf of the President and the board. This is where we invest a vast majority of the resources which we generate every year. And this is something we should be, I think, all of us, we should be proud at. This is not coincident that Europe produces every year so many talented boys and girls. We see them at the to play and perform later at the highest level, and we believe that the beginning of it is obviously in the clubs and national federation level, but then the youth EuroBaskets are an important step for them to reach the next level. So we want to keep it up. Again, thank you not only to the host, thank you all of you who are here. Thank you all those following online. Obviously, I wish everyone a great draw, whatever it means. Everybody has different targets, but I hope that you will all be satisfied. I know you won't. Not everybody can be satisfied, but still, I hope that we will not be dissatisfied. And I would pass back to Mr. Mandic, who will take you to the draw, but also do a detailed explanation of the situation where we are. Thank you very much, and again, good luck.
Thank you, Mr. Novak. Before we get going on the draws for 2026 and to highlight the importance of our Youth EuroBaskets, maybe it's worth taking a look at the impact of the Youth EuroBaskets and that they make not only on the court and in the arenas, but also nowadays in social media. You have here social media numbers in comparison for the past years, and they have significantly made a much higher impact over the years, culminating in 2025 with a record number of video views, 200 million impressions, website page views, and everything. Considering 2025 was a year where the spotlight was on the two senior EuroBaskets, I think this is very impressive and underlines the importance of these events. And maybe also worth taking one more look back on the 2025 editions. Here you have the overview of the medalists of the Division A tournaments. A very successful summer for Spain with 4 trophies, also Italy and Serbia with 1 trophy, and other countries winning the medals. So enough for 2025. Let's dive into 2026. And before we start, just to explain a little bit what we will do here today, we will draw 15 Youth EuroBaskets. Why 15 and not 16? As Mr. Novak mentioned, we have one competition where the hosting situation is unclarified still. Therefore, we will not be drawing today the under 16 Women's EuroBasket Division B. Once the hosting situation is clarified, this competition will be drawn separately. So 15 Youth EuroBaskets plus the 2 draws for the European Championships for small countries makes it 17 competitions to be drawn. And at the very end, we will have a short technical draw related to the EuroBasket 2029 pre-qualifiers. I will explain that when we get there. We're drawing today 246 youth national teams, 130 men's and 116 women's national teams, plus 10 senior national teams in the small countries. So a lot of balls to be opened, and I will not be able to do that by myself, so I will have help. First of all, let me introduce from the competitions department, Mrs. Ana Satore, Mr. Gintaras Leonavicius, and Mr. Sinan Taze, who will assist today with the draw. And it is my special pleasure to introduce here somebody that will help us today with the draw, former Spanish international and FIBA Women's EuroBasket champion, Mrs. Leonor Rodriguez. We prepared a little surprise with the evolution of Leonor over the years. Okay. Let's get started. The first category of today is the under 16 women's category, and we'll start by looking back at the champions of the past editions in the under 16 women's category. You see 3 titles for France over the last 8 years, also the most valuable players. Some very familiar names among those. And now before we start, let's take a look at the highlights of last year's under 16 women's EuroBasket.
Germany get back in. Oh, smart play, cheeky, and it comes.
The under 16 women's EuroBasket Division A will take place, like in 2025, also in 2026 in Pitești in Romania from the 14th to the 22nd of August with the 16 best national teams of this category that we will be drawing today into 4 groups of 4. Let's get started with the first team from Seed 1. That's France into Group A. Italy in Group B. Spain into Group C, the defending champion. And Slovenia into Group D. Moving on with teams in Seed 2. Serbia into Group A. Latvia into Group B. Poland into Group C. And Germany into Group D. We continue with teams in Seed 3. Croatia into Group A. Israel into Group B. Czechia into Group C. And Hungary into Group D. Moving on to Seed 4. The host, Romania, into Group A. Turkey into Group B. Bulgaria into Group C. And Lithuania into Group D. This concludes the draw of the teams. We will now draw the numbers to determine the order of games. First line gets number 1. Followed by number 2. Followed by number 4. And finally, number 3. This concludes the draw for the Under-16 Women's EuroBasket. Please stay with us while we prepare the draw for the next competition. In the breaks, in the meantime, we will be showing highlight videos from today's stars, back when they were in the youth categories. And we will start off with Spain's Our Fam. Okay, we are ready to continue. The next competition to be drawn is the Under-16 Women's EuroBasket Division C. That will take place in Takali, Malta from the 7th to the 12th of July and will feature 7 national teams that we will be drawing into one group of 3 and one group of 4, with the group of 4 being predetermined as Group B. We can get going with the Seed 1 teams. Malta, the host, into Group A. Albania into Group B. Moving to Seed 2. Kosovo into Group A. Armenia into Group B. Georgia into Group A. And Moldova into Group B. Finally, the team in Seed 4. Should be Gibraltar, and it is, and we'll go to Group B. Gibraltar will be automatically assigned number 4 in this competition, and we will now draw the numbers 1 to 3 for the other teams. Number 1 for the first line. Number 3. And number 2. This concludes the draw for the Under-16 Women's EuroBasket Division C. Please stay with us while we prepare the next competition. And we're now moving to the next category, which is the Under-16 Men's category. Also here, we will take a look at the champions of the past editions in the Under-16 Men's category, as well as the most valuable players. Also here, some very familiar names of today's senior basketball. And finally, let's take a look at the highlights of last year's Under-16 EuroBasket. Some great highlights from last year's Under-16 EuroBasket. We are now ready to start with the draw of the FIBA Under-16 EuroBasket 2026 that will be played in Oradea, Romania from the 7th to the 15th of August this year with the 16 best national teams of this category. We will draw them now into 4 groups of 4, and we'll start with Seed 1. Serbia into Group A, the defending champion. Italy into Group B. Spain into Group C. And France into Group D. Moving to seed 2. Lithuania into Group A. Latvia into Group B. Greece into Group C. And Slovenia into Group D. Next up, seed 3. Poland into Group A. Turkey into Group B. Israel into Group C. And Germany into Group D. Finally, seed 4. The host, Romania, into Group A. Czechia into Group B. Georgia into Group C. And finally, Belgium into Group D. Also here, we will draw the competition numbers for the order of the games. We'll start with number 2 for the first line. Followed by number 3. Number 1. And that should be number 4. This concludes the draw for the FIBA Under-16 EuroBasket A division. We will now prepare the next draw. In the meantime, we take a look at one of today's stars back in his youth days, Germany's Franz Wagner. interesting look at young Franz. We are now almost ready to go. And we'll continue with the FIBA Under-16 EuroBasket Division B. That will take place in Skopje, North Macedonia from the 6th to the 15th of August this year. This tournament will feature 22 national teams, so we will today be drawing 2 groups of 5 and 2 groups of 6, with the groups of 6 being predetermined as groups B and C. Let's get started with seed 1. That is Montenegro into Group A. Croatia into Group B. Finland into Group C. And Estonia into Group D. Moving to seed 2. Portugal into Group A. Switzerland into Group B. Bulgaria into Group C. And Hungary into Group D. We continue quickly with seed 3. Slovakia into Group A. The host, North Macedonia, into Group B. Sweden into Group C. And Denmark into Group D. Next is seed 4. The Netherlands into Group A. Iceland into Group B. Bosnia and Herzegovina into Group C. Great Britain into Group D. Getting to the end, seed 5 next. Ireland into Group A. Ukraine into Group B. Norway into Group C. And Austria into Group D. Moving to seed 6, where there are 2 national teams, we will draw them into Group B and C. Cyprus into Group B. And Luxembourg into Group C. Cyprus and Luxembourg will automatically be assigned number 6 in this draw, and we will now draw the numbers 1 to 5 for the other teams. Start with number 4 for the first line. Followed by number 3. Number 1. Number 5. And number 2. This concludes the draw for the Under-16 EuroBasket Division B. And while we prepare the draw for the next competition, we have one more of today's star players back in Youth EuroBasket days. Let's take a look at Poland's Jeremy Sohan. Quite a highlight reel from one tournament. We are now ready to draw the FIBA Under-16 EuroBasket Division C. This tournament will take place in Yerevan, Armenia from the 4th to the 12th of July this year and will feature 9 national teams. We will today be drawing one group of 4 and one group of 5, with the group of 5 being predetermined as Group B. We are ready to go with the first seed. Kosovo into Group A. The host, Armenia, into Group B. That is Albania into Group A. And then Andorra into Group B. Moving to seed 3. San Marino into Group A. Malta into Group B. Moving to seed 4. Moldova into Group A. And Gibraltar into Group B. In seed 5, there is only one team. That should be Monaco. They will go into Group B. Monaco will automatically be assigned number 5 for this competition, and we will draw the numbers 1 to 4 for the other teams. We'll start with number 4 for the first line. Followed by number 3. Number 2. And number 1. This completes the draw for the Under-16 EuroBasket Division C and completes the draw for the entire Under-16 categories. We will now move to the next category, which is the Under-18 women's category, and we will take a look again at the champions of the past editions of the Under-18 women's category, as well as the most valuable players. Some interesting names among those. And finally, the highlights of last year's Under-18 women's EuroBasket.
Your 2025 Under-18 Women's EuroBasket champions are Spain.
Exactly, Spain is the defending champion in this category. We're back with a little shift change in Leonor's assistant and are ready to continue with the Under-18 Women's EuroBasket 2026 that will be played in Stockholm in Sweden from the 1st to the 9th of August this year and will feature the 16 best national teams of this category. We will draw them into 4 groups of 4 as usual and are ready to start with seed 1. France into Group A. Finland into Group B. Spain into Group C. And Serbia into Group D. Moving to Seed 2. Hungary into Group A. Belgium into Group B. Slovenia into Group C. And Poland into Group D. Next up is Seed 3. Czechia into Group A. Italy into Group B. Turkey into Group C. And Latvia into Group D. Last but not least, Seed 4. Germany into Group A. The host, Sweden, into Group B. Montenegro into Group C. And finally, Croatia into Group D. We will now draw the numbers 1 to 4. We'll start with number 1 for the first line. Followed by number 4. Number 3. And number 2. This concludes the draw for the FIBA Under-18 Women's EuroBasket in 2026. And while we prepare the draw for the next competition, we take a look at one of today's stars in women's basketball, Lithuania's Justė Juosytė.
There she is, the MVP. Every team in the EuroBasket. Right now, it's about the FIBA Under-18 Women's European Championship. This is the final. Lithuania and Spain. It picks up a circus shot, and somehow, someway, Justė. Spanish fans in the chat, and I love this, ladies and gentlemen. Gets one. Turn around. One. Yes! She gets it now. now will bring the ball up here. Zite now down the middle, goes up. And I got to ask you a question. Yeah, 1 minutes to go now. 5-point lead here. Tulia Tula. He'll stay wide open layup. Goes in. 7-point lead. Give the ball now to Zite. Now down the middle. Takes it. Cooks. Double. Vardas. Mano Vardas. Ira. Magic. Zite.
In a few moments, we will continue with the draw for the next competition, which is the FIBA Under-18 Women's EuroBasket Division B. This championship will be played in Tulcea, Romania, from the 31st of July to the 9th of August this year, and will feature 21 national teams. That means we will be drawing those into 3 groups of 5 and 1 group of 6. The group of 6 being predetermined as Group C. I think we're ready to go and can start with seed 1. Portugal into Group A. Israel into Group B. Lithuania into Group C. And Greece into Group D. Moving to seed 2. Iceland into Group A. Bulgaria into Group B. Luxembourg into Group C. And Slovakia into Group D. Next is seed 3. That's the Netherlands into Group A. Bosnia and Herzegovina into Group B. Ireland into Group C. And Great Britain into Group D. Moving to seed 4. The host, Romania, into Group A. Ukraine into Group B. Austria into Group C. And Denmark into Group D. Next is seed 5. Azerbaijan into Group A. Norway into Group B. Estonia into Group C. and North Macedonia into Group D. There is one team in seed 6. Switzerland into Group C. Switzerland will be assigned number 6 for the draw, and we will now draw numbers 1 to 5 for the other teams. We'll start with number 2. Followed by number 1. Number 5. And number 4. And the last one, number 3, upside down. And this concludes the draw for the Under-18 Women's EuroBasket Division B. Stay with us until we prepare the draw for the next competition. In the meantime, one of today's up-and-coming stars is Luxembourg's Faith Ehietute. Okay, we are ready to continue and will now draw the FIBA Under-18 Women's EuroBasket Division C. That will take place in Peja in Kosovo from the 21st to the 26th of July and will feature 7 national teams to be drawn today into one group of 3 and one group of 4, with the group of 4 being predetermined as Group B. Let's start with seed 1. Albania into Group A. The host, Kosovo, into Group B. Malta into Group A. And Armenia into Group B. Moving to seed 3. Cyprus into Group A. And Georgia into Group B. In seed 4, there's only Gibraltar to go into Group B. Gibraltar will be assigned number 4 for this competition. We will now draw the numbers 1, 2, and 3 for the remaining teams. number 2. Followed by number 1. And number 3. This concludes the draw for the Under-18 Women's EuroBasket Division C. And as we're somewhere right about halftime, I think it's time to release Leonor of her duties. Thank you, Leonor, for this morning. And we will continue with the help of another special guest, and it is my pleasure to introduce on stage former Belgium international and national team captain Sam van Rossum. We have also prepared the evolution of Sam. Okay, we will now prepare the draw for the next category. We're jumping into the under-18 men's category. And as always, we take a look at the champions of the past editions. In the last 8 years, both Spain and Serbia with 3 titles. Also the most valuable players with some very familiar names. And let's take a look at last year's Under-18 EuroBasket highlights.
Goes in. Oh, Burnley! Second chances. Second one down from the logo. Troika! Dinamo! ID Slovenska! Comes out. Fountain got to quick. Penetrate. Goes in. Got it! LDS! Such tenacity whenever he attacks the bucket. Nice play. Oh my goodness! Allez France Bonnouille! Are you kidding me? Oh, Monsieur Window. Champions.
Very dramatic ending to last year's final. Let's see what this year will bring. The Under-18 EuroBasket 2026 will take place in Italy in the Trentino region from the 25th of July to the 2nd of August, and will feature the 16 best national teams in this category. We will now draw them into 4 groups of 4, and we're ready to start with Seed 1. France into Group A. Serbia into Group B. Germany into Group C. And the defending champion Spain into Group D. Moving to seed 2. Israel into Group A. Turkey into Group B. Slovenia into Group C. And the host, Italy, into Group D. Moving to seed 3. Greece into Group A. Denmark into Group B. Lithuania into Group C. And Latvia into Group D. In seed 4, we start with Austria into Group A. Slovakia into Group B. Bulgaria into Group C. And finally, Estonia into Group D. Now we'll draw the competition numbers. Starting with number 3 for the first line. Followed by number 1. Number 4. And number 2. This concludes the draw for the Under-18 EuroBasket. And we will now prepare the draw for the next competition. In the meantime, highlights of one of today's big stars, Turkey's Alperen Şengün. Okay, the next competition to be drawn is the FIBA Under-18 EuroBasket Division B. This tournament will be held in Croatia in the cities of Rijeka and Opatija from the 24th of July to the 2nd of August and will feature 22 national teams. We will draw those today into 2 groups of 5 and 2 groups of 6, with the groups of 6 being predetermined as groups B and C. We're ready to go with the first seed. The host, Croatia, into Group A. Poland into Group B. Belgium into Group C. And Sweden into Group D. Moving to C2. Montenegro into Group A. Czechia into Group B. Finland into Group C. And North Macedonia into Group D. Continuing with seed 3. Romania into Group A. Portugal into Group B. The Netherlands into Group C. And Hungary into Group D. Next up is seed 4. Switzerland into Group A. Iceland into Group B. Great Britain into Group C. And Bosnia and Herzegovina into Group D. Moving to seed 5. Norway into Group A. Ukraine into Group B. Ireland into Group C. And Georgia into Group D. We have two teams in seed 6, Cyprus and Azerbaijan. Those will be drawn into groups B and C respectively. Azerbaijan into group B. And Cyprus into group C. Azerbaijan and Cyprus will be assigned number 6 for this competition. We will now draw the numbers 1 to 5 for the other teams. We'll start with number 1 for the first line. Followed by number 3. Number 5. Number 2. And number 4. This concludes the draw for the Under-18 EuroBasket Division B. We will now prepare the draw for the next competition. In the meantime, we have highlights of one of Sam's compatriots and NBA champion, Belgium's AJ Mitchell. Okay, we are ready to continue with the next competition. That is the FIBA Under-18 EuroBasket Division C. That will take place in Albania in the city of Shkodra from the 21st to 26th of July and will feature 8 national teams. So we will be drawing 2 groups of 4 today and can start with seed 1. Kosovo into Group A. The host, Albania, into Group B. Armenia into Group A. And Moldova into Group B. Andorra into Group A. and San Marino into Group B. Gibraltar into Group A. And last but not least, Malta into Group B. Now draw the numbers 1 to 4. We'll start with number 3 for the first line. Followed by number 4. Number 2. And number 1. This concludes the draw for the Under-18 EuroBasket Division C. We have completed the Under-18 category, and we'll move over now to the next category, which is the Under-20 Women's category. And as always, we will take a look at the champions of the past editions in the Under-20 Women's category. The past 8 years were dominated by Spain taking 5 titles. We'll take a look also at the most valuable players. And finally, the highlights of last year's Under-20 Women's EuroBasket.
fans in the background.
Another trophy lifted by Spain last summer. Let's see what 2026 will bring. The Under-20 Women's EuroBasket in 2026 will be played in Lithuania in the cities of Alytus and Klaipėda, with the final phase and the final in Klaipėda. Before we start this draw, just to inform you, the split of cities will depend on the draw of the home team, Lithuania. So Lithuania will play their group phase in Klaipėda. So if they are drawn in groups A or B, those two groups will be played in Klaipėda and the other two in Alytus, and vice versa. We're ready to go and start with seed 1. Spain into Group A. Latvia into Group B. Italy into Group C. And France into Group D. Moving to seed 2. Israel into Group A. Sweden into Group B. Poland into Group C. And Turkey into Group D. Now seed 3. The host, Lithuania, into Group A. This determines the groups A and B to be played in Klaipėda and C and D in Alytus. That is Germany into Group B. Serbia into Group C. And Slovenia into Group D. Last but not least, seed 4. Croatia into Group A. Hungary into Group B. Iceland into Group C. And Belgium into Group D. Now the competition numbers 1 to 4 to determine the order of the games. We'll start with number 4 for the first line. Followed by number 1. Number 2. And number 3. This concludes the draw for the Under-20 Women's EuroBasket. And as we will now prepare the draw for the next competition, we have highlights of one of today's top stars in women's basketball, Germany's Satu Sabai. Okay, we are ready to continue. The next competition to be drawn is the Under-20 Women's EuroBasket Division B. This tournament will be played in Bulgaria in the city of Samokov from the 4th to the 12th of July and will feature 14 national teams to be drawn today into 2 groups of 3 and 2 groups of 4, with the groups of 4 being predetermined as groups A and C. We're ready to start with seed 1. Ireland into Group A. Czechia into Group B. The Netherlands into Group C. And Portugal into Group D. Moving to seed 2. Greece into Group A. Slovakia into Group B. The host, Bulgaria, into Group C. And Switzerland into Group D. Next is seed 3. Albania into Group A. Ukraine into Group B. Romania, Group C. And Montenegro, Group D. We have 2 teams in seed 4. They will be drawn into the groups A and C. Azerbaijan will go into Group A. And Bosnia and Herzegovina will join Group C. Azerbaijan and Bosnia and Herzegovina will be assigned number 4 for this competition, and we will now draw the numbers 1, 2, and 3. We'll start with number 1 for the first line. Followed by number 3. And number 2. This concludes the draw for the Under-20 Women's EuroBasket Division B. And we will move now to the next category and the last youth category of today, the Under-20 Men's category. And also here we have prepared graphics with the champions of the past editions, as well as the most valuable players, with some big names among those. And finally, the highlights of last year's Under-20 EuroBasket.
Not finishing their drives. This is a beautiful pass. Great finish. from Ferrari. Two-handed, and he's fouled by Krzyzanowskis. How about that? A little bit of showtime, Ferrari. So congratulations, Italy.
Yes, Italy, the defending champion in this category. The FIBA Under-20 EuroBasket in 2026 will be played in Slovenia in the capital city of Ljubljana from the 11th to the 19th of July. And we will now draw the 16 teams into 4 groups of 4. Let's start with seed 1. France into Group A. Lithuania into Group B. Greece into Group C. And Israel in the Group D. Moving to seed 2. Italy into Group A. Serbia into Group B. Belgium into Group C. And the host, Slovenia, into Group D. Moving to seed 3. Germany into Group A. Poland into Group B. Spain in Group C. And Czechia into Group D. Last but not least, seed 4. Turkey into Group A, making this hell of a group. Latvia into Group B. Croatia into Group C. And finally, Romania into Group D. Now the numbers 1 to 4. We'll start with number 3 for the first line. Followed by number 1. Number 4. And number 2. This concludes the draw for the Under-20 EuroBasket 2026. And we will now prepare the last youth competition of today. And in the meantime, we take a look at one last star in his early stages, Finland's Lauri Markkanen. Okay, we are ready to go for the draw of the FIBA Under-20 EuroBasket Division B to be played in Slovakia in the capital city of Bratislava from the 10th to the 19th of July. This competition will feature 21 national teams, so we will be drawing 3 groups of 5 and 1 group of 6, with the group of 6 being predetermined as Group C. We are ready to go with seed 1. North Macedonia into Group A. Ukraine into Group B. Iceland into Group C. And the Netherlands into Group D. Moving to seed 2. Sweden into Group A. Switzerland into Group B. Portugal into Group C. And Hungary into Group D. Next seed is seed 3. Ireland into Group A. Estonia into Group B. Kosovo into Group C. And Bulgaria into Group D. Moving to seed 4. The host, Slovakia, into Group A. Georgia into Group B. Armenia into Group C. And Albania into Group D. Moving to seed 5. That is Azerbaijan into Group A. Luxembourg into Group B. Bosnia and Herzegovina into Group C. And Denmark into Group D. In seed 6, there is only one team, the last youth national team to be drawn today. It is Cyprus, and we'll go into Group C. Cyprus will be assigned number 6 for this competition, and we will now draw the numbers 1 to 5 to determine the order of the games. We'll start with number 4 for the first line. Followed by number 2. Number 1. Number 3. And number 5. This concludes the draw for the FIBA Under-20 EuroBasket Division B and for all of the Youth EuroBaskets this year. All we have to do left is to prepare the draws for the European Championships for small countries and the small EuroBasket pre-qualifier technical draw. But while we do this, let's take a look at what this is all about, the Youth EuroBasket, what everybody is dreaming of to achieve, lifting the trophies.
fans. Here you go. Spain, the 2025 FIBA team. And Sebastian.
Congratulations, Italy, winner, under 20 EuroBasket, the 25 here in Morocco, crazy.
It's great to see the joy in the faces of the young players, and we're looking forward to many more in 2026. We're moving over to the European Championships for small countries, and we will start with the Women's European Championship for small countries. We have also prepared here a graphic with the past winners of this competition. And we will now do the draw for the 2026 edition. The FIBA Women's European Championship for Small Countries 2026 will be played in Kosovo in the city of Peja from the 23rd to 28th of June and will feature 6 national teams that we will today draw into 2 groups of 3. And we will start with the first seed. Malta into Group A. The host, Kosovo, into Group B. Albania into Group A. Armenia into Group B. Georgia into Group A. And Andorra into Group B. Now the numbers 1 to 3. Number 2 for the first line. Number 1. And number 3. This concludes the draw for the Women's European Championship for small countries. And we will now continue without a break with the men's edition. And also here we have prepared a graphic with the winners of the past tournaments. And who will be the winner in 2026, we will find out in the summer. The FIBA European Championship for Small Countries 2026 will be played in Gibraltar, also from the 23rd to the 28th of June this year. And it will feature 4 national teams that will all play in the same group. What we will do today is just draw the numbers, and we'll do it a bit differently. So we will draw the country, and the country that comes out first will get number 1. The country that comes out second gets number 2, and so on. So let's start. Gibraltar, the host, will be assigned number 1. Andorra with number 2. Malta with number 3. And San Marino with number 4. This concludes also the draw for the European Championship for small countries. And now, as a last piece of business, we have a short, very technical draw related to the FIBA EuroBasket 2029 pre-qualifiers for the second round that will be played in 3 windows, August, November, and February next year. We will draw already the competition numbers so that the schedule can be known in advance for the national federations to prepare and book venues. So as you can see, these are the teams of those groups. They're not defined yet. They will be defined only after the end of the first round, but we can draw the competition numbers today. And yeah, it's very simple. 1 to 3. Let's start. First number is number 1 for the first line. Number 2. And number 3. This concludes all of today's draws. I would like first to thank Sam for his assistance today. Thank you very much, Sam. I'd like to also thank my team for supporting today. And I want to conclude by wishing all of the participating teams the best of luck in the summer of 2026. We are looking very much forward to a great summer of youth basketball. Thank you very much for being here with us or online, and I wish you a pleasant remaining day. Thank you. Goodbye.